It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujini have long since left the house for their morning club activities. I went to school yesterday because Issei asked me to, but I leave the house at the usual. I went to school early yesterday because Issei asked me to, but I leave the school at the usual time today. I noticed something strange as I walked down the hill towards the intersection. Several police cars are parked in front of a house. Something must have happened since a crowd has gathered. There are easily 20 people watching. I'm curious, but the mass of people prevent me from finding out what's happening. I don't have much time, so I should hurry to school. I make it to school 10 minutes before the first bell. As I cross through the gate, with plenty of time as usual, I run into a familiar student. You haven't even shaved yet, Mitsuzuri? Homeroom's about to start. You really don't have time to say hi to me. I don't know what's so funny, but she laughs heartily, not caring about her surroundings. This is Ayako Mitsuzuri. She's been a classmate of mine since we were first years, and she is currently the captain of the Kyoto Club. She's an unbelievably insightful person, and it was expected that she would be the team's captain since her first year with them. Mitsuzuri is a precocious sort, and people have always had high hopes for her, and even leaning on her ever since she was a first year. Then again, she gets mad when someone mentions that in front of her, claiming she doesn't look as old as people think. I wouldn't dare. Just making an observation. If you want to get angry about it, that's your call. Shinji? What's he got to do with this? I guess the Kyoto Club's got nothing to do with it, but he and I go back a long way. 弓道部の話になると急に冷たくなるでしょう。いいご身分よね。シンジをほっぽっといて自分はさっさと退場しちゃうんだから。後に残された私とかさくらの気持ちとか少しは考えてくれてもいいんじゃない？ What, did Shinji do something bad again? あいつが何もやらない日なんてないけど。それにしても昨日のはちょっとやりすぎか。1年の男子が1人辞めたぐらいだから。Mitsuzuri sighs greatly. Seeing her look so serious is rare to begin with, but the rest of her story is particularly alarming. What the heck? Why'd he quit? シンジのやつが八つ当たりしたのよ。わざわざ女子を集めてね、夢を持ったばかりの子にシャをさせて。的中するまで笑い物にしたとか。What? How could you let something like that happen? 見過ごすか。けどさ、
首相ってのはいろいろと忙しいんだ。いつも道場にいるわけじゃないってエミヤだって知ってるでしょ。
I mean, fair. Well, yeah, but what the hell was Shinji thinking? He may be harsher than the others, but he's not the type to make someone into a spectacle.
切れた。エミヤっては本当にあれだ。
What do you mean by that? Were you just thinking something bad about me?
あら、私はあくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけさ。それで気を悪くするのはエミヤの勝手だね。
Touche. Why are you using my own words against me? Fine. So what got into Shinji? Why did he do that?
聞いた話じゃ、遠坂にこっぴどく振られたとかなんとか。
Eh? Tosaka? You mean that Tosaka?
うちの学校にあれ以外の遠坂なんていないでしょ。2年 A 組の優等生、ミスパーフェクトこと遠坂リンド。
That's the first time I've heard that. That's the first time I heard that nickname. But it fits. It's no surprise. It's no surprise Shinji got rejected. And knowing Tosaka, she probably had some pretty harsh insults to go with the reflection.
ともかく、シンジのやつは昨日からずっとその調子よ。おかげで私もこんな時間まで道場で目を光らせてたってわけ。
Shinji does have a low tolerance for some things. I know it might be tough, but good luck, Mitsuzuri.
はいはい。けどね、シンジって懲りないでしょ。また遠坂に声をかけて振られた日には、今度こそ遠坂本人に何かしそうでさ。
No, even Shinji wouldn't go near someone who just rejected him. He's good about that sort of thing.
けど相手が近寄ってくるんだからしょうがないじゃない。遠坂さ、なんか知らないけど、うちの道場をよく見学に来るのよ。エミヤは辞めちゃったから知らないだろうけどね。
Hmm? That's news to me. Rin Tosaka doesn't participate in any club activities because her family forbids it or something. She even turned down donations to be a member of the student council. So nominations to be a member of the student council. Yes, we bribe a student into becoming a member of the student council. So I always thought that he went straight to homeroom after school. She went straight to homeroom straight home after school.
ま、たまにはそれもいいか。あいつもお高く泊まってるし、一度ぐらいは痛い目に遭うのもいいかもね。お気の毒様っていうか、ご愁傷様っていうか。
Mitsuzuri has a weird way of looking at this. Now that I think about it, they say Rin Tosaka has a lot of enemies. I wonder if Mitsuzuri is one of them too. Well, we know that's definitely not the case. Hey Mitsuzuri, that's kind of cruel even for you.
あ、そろそろ時間だ。じゃあね、エミヤ。今度私の弓の調子見に来てよ。
Mitsuzuri hastily runs off. Classic Mitsuzuri. I never minded just how forthright she always is. I bet more at ease, and I feel a bit more at ease and head towards the classroom. It's lunchtime. Our school has quite the cafeteria, and most of the students eat lunch there. But there are some old-fashioned students who still bring their own lunches, including myself and the student council president sitting in front of me.
エミヤ、その唐揚げを一つくれないか。俺の弁当には圧倒的に肉分が不足している。
Fine, but why is your lunch always so plain, Issei? I know you live in the temple, but there's no rule that prohibits you from consuming alcohol or meat, right?
何を時代錯誤なことを。 これは単に親父殿の趣味だ。小坊主に食わす贅沢はない。悔しいのなら己で何とかせよなどという。いっそ今からでも天祖になるか、俺も考えどころだ。
Ah, that sounds like your old man. Issei's father is a priest at Ryoto Temple, a larger-than-life figure who is also friends with Fujini's grandfather. Anyone who gets along with old man Fujimaru can't possibly be normal. Well then, here you go, you owe me. I passed my bento box to him.
いやいや、ありがたく。これも托発の修行なり。
Issei bows deeply. I honestly question whether I should be reminded that he's the son of a priest at times like this.
ああ、そういえばエミヤ、朝方2丁目の方で騒ぎがあったのを知っているか。ちょうどエミヤと別れるあたりの交差点だが。
The intersection? Could it be the same intersection that I saw all the cars, where I saw all the cars this morning?
なんでもな、殺人があったそうだ。詳細は知らないが、一家4人中助かったのは子供だけらしい。両親と姉は刺殺されたというが、その凶器が包丁やナイフではなく、長物だというのが普通じゃない。
A long weapon? Does that mean a sword or something? If it's a murder, then that weapon killed the parent. Then that weapon killed the parents and the older sister. I can't help but imagine it. Someone sneaks in the house at night, and unreasonable violence, or horrible nightmare the victim neither imagined nor wished for, like a traffic accident. The parents are slaughtered. The older sister falls victim without knowing what is happening. A lone child hidden in the shadows is covered in their family's blood. Issei, did they catch the murderer?
捕まってはいないようだな。信徒の方では欠陥工事による事故。こちらでは辻切りめいた殺人事件だ。学校の門限が早まるのも当然。どうしたエミヤ？喉に飯でも詰まったか？
Huh? Nothing. Why do you ask?
いや、エミヤが厳しい顔をしていたのでな。少し驚いた。すまん。食事時の話ではなかったな。
Issei apologizes and tries to lighten the mood. Actually, I don't mind topics like this, and didn't realize I was looking so severe. And then there's a gentle knock on the student council room's door.
失礼。竜道はいるか？
ああ、はい。何ですか、先生。
Mr. Kuzuki enters, and Issei steps over to have a quiet conversation. It must be a casual student council matter, since Issei looks relaxed. Look at that. It's something I don't see every day. Issei is surprisingly shy. He keeps his distance from classmates and even teachers, but for some reason he's warmed up to the student council advisor, Mr. Kuzuki. Maybe they get along because they're both straight-laced. Shuichiro Kuzuki is the homeroom teacher for Class 2A. And he's very serious and kind of weird. He puts the ketchup on the jelly beans. I'm using the American word for it because we just call it we just call it tomato sauce here. Some part of that is probably why he and Issei get on so well. The two continue to talk. As I watch them, I can't stop thinking about the murder. Class is end and it's time to go home. I can't wander around because I have work today. I shouldn't do anything at school. I should head straight to the neighboring town, but maybe the morning's conversation bothered me more than I realized. The next thing I know, I'm at the Kyoto Club. What the hell am I thinking? Mrs. Uri said Rin Tosaka frequently visits. Well, that I hadn't thought of that, but I think it'd be a problem if Shinji got violent against Tosaka. Shinji's unstoppable when he gets mad. Shinji lashing out at Tosaka because she rejected him would be bad. Well, I don't know exactly how, but it'd just be bad. Oh, Tosaka's not even here. Tosaka's nowhere to be found around the dojo. Mrs. Uri worried for nothing. Ah! Issei jump scare! Issei, who I thought I parted ways with, is standing right next to me. Why are you here, Issei? Don't scare me like that. Well, it's Tosaka. I heard she had a spat with Shinji yesterday, so I wanted to make sure things were okay. What? It's none of your business as what I do around here. Right, because she did the summoning and slept in. What? Cut class, so she's absent? I see. Wait, Issei, why do you think she cut class? That's not the sort of thing she'd ever do. So, Rin's a deadite? If you haven't already watched God, what were they called again? The Evil Dead movies, that's it. Watch the Evil Dead movies, they're good. Somehow what Issei's saying irritates me. I may not know Tosaka that well, but I don't think she's a bad person. Watch what you say, Issei. You know Tosaka's not like that. I will forget that your voice keeps breaking too. Secret crush? Like hell. Don't make assumptions. I'm just worried Rin's going to stir up some trouble.
Shinjiが遠坂に殴りかかろうとしたら止めるためか。またそんな役回りをするな。別に俺は気にしないが、割と趣味が悪いのだな、エミヤは。
I'm unscathed so far because nothing's happened. But Issei, what was the crap you were saying?
坂狙いは趣味が悪いってことかい？
Yeah, that. Tosaka's popular. I haven't heard any bad rumors about her.
ああ、聞かないね。それがまた気に食わない。
What part bothers you?
だから全部だよ。あれはメギツネだ。女性だ。妖怪だ。とにかく生理的に気に食わない。悪いことは言わないから、エミヤも気に入らないようにしろ。
You're the one who always warns everyone not to talk about people behind their back.
たわけ。これが陰口に入るか。俺は聞こえるように喋っている。
No wonder I sense people watching us. Well, that's a relief. I'm really glad Tosaka's absent today. Issei, please, can we talk a little quieter?
エミヤがそういうのなら了解した。が、とりわけ中傷していたわけではないぞ。単に竜道一世が遠坂凛を警戒していると言っただけだ。あくまで個人の趣味嗜好の範囲だろう。
Yeah, you used the word vixen and minx. I'm pretty sure minx is definitely a derogatory term.
何？褒め言葉だ。メギツネにも妖怪にもいいものはいる。あくまで遠坂を表現する値として採用しただけである。
Yeah, sure.
かつ。
Issei laughs.
それではな。俺は生徒会室に戻るが、エミヤはバイトだろう。こんなところで道草を食っている暇はなかろう。
Issei leaves calm and composed. Perhaps because he felt satisfied having said everything he wanted to say. I've known him for 2 years now, and honestly, I still don't get the guy. I ride the bus from school for 20 minutes. I arrive at Shinto at the harboring at the neighboring town across the bridge. Oh, it's not even 5 yet. I still have some time. There are many part-time jobs in the residential area of Miyama, but there are plenty in Shinto since it's a developing area. Our school allows students to hold part-time jobs, so I take on simple jobs. I prefer my jobs to be physical, and the tougher and shorter they are, the better. I get paid all while training my body, so it's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Today I'll work from 5 to 8 o'clock for a simple loading job. It may just be 3 hours of work, but it feels more like 6 since they make you work without a minute's rest. Which means I need to rest when I have the opportunity, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Walking around aimlessly would be a waste of energy, so I decide to rest at a park until it's time. This park is nestled between buildings, and it's like a giant plaza full of trees and shrubbery. A park should typically be filled with families and couples during weekends and holidays, but this one is deserted at this hour. Okay, I'm being called, so I'm going to take a break for food, and I'll extend the stream for however long I'm gone. Be back soon, everyone. Alright, I'm back, and it looks like I was gone for around 20 minutes. So we'll extend the stream for about that long. In fairness, this place is always desolate, no matter what day or time. This place is the same as always. I sigh in exasperation. The area is unkempt, and it's really pretty ugly compared to other places that are properly landscaped and maintained. As if the desolate location had set the mood, the wind itself blows cold and harsh. This place is a remnant of the great catastrophe that happened 10 years ago. It's the very place where I was saved from the brink of death. Why don't they seed some grass here or something? It's a shame to keep it like this. The area is quite large, so if they leveled it, there'd be plenty space to work on the park. I sit down on a bench as I think. With nothing else to do, I stare out over the burned area to pass the time. I don't remember anything that happened here. The only thing I remember is that it was hot and I couldn't breathe. And that someone died trying to save others. I wonder why that happened. One adult here died because they were trying to save a child from a burning house. Another person was offered all of the available water to extinguish their raw parched throat, while others in the same situation died. Someone here tried to flee the fire as fast as they could, but the people left behind died. And someone died here because they gave whatever it was that kept them alive to someone they didn't even know. I don't like to think about that. Just thinking about people trying to help and becoming victims of for their own trouble makes me angry. Is it too much to ask for everyone to be saved, for them to get their happy ending afterwards? All I want is to see people peacefully prevail. Why can't that happen?
それは難しい。シロの言っていることは誰も彼も救うということだからね。
That was Kirisugu's response to the question, and when a very young me asked it. Yep, there was only one me. As a child, I obviously refused to accept the idea. But you saved me, Kirisugu. I knew you were a magician, and you could do anything. I knew you were a champion of justice. Who wouldn't let anyone suffer, and you did it without asking for any reward. That's why I've always believed you managed to save everyone back then. In response to me shouting this at him, Kirisugu looked more troubled than I had ever seen him, and said something I remember to this day.
誰かを救うということは誰かを助けないということなんだ。いいかい？正義の味方に助けられるのはね、正義の味方が助けたものだけなんだよ。当たり前のことだけど、これが正義の味方の定義なんだ。
Dad, we don't talk about the failures! Yeah, I get that. And now that it's been pointed out, it seems so obvious. Imagine if there was a burglar and some hostages, and the burglar intends to kill the hostages. Under normal circumstances, a majority of hostages would probably die. But if by some miracle all the hostages were saved, there's someone who didn't get saved. The burglar, of course, since saving the hostages was done at the cost of his life. The people the champion of justice saves are only those whom the champion of justice deems to save. That's why saving everyone is impossible. Even God can't do that. Especially if it's a natural disaster. No person is able to save everyone and everything. The fire 10 years ago was like that. As someone who was miraculously saved from the incidents, it wasn't my place to say anything at this point. But still, I don't like it. I don't want anything like that. I don't want to see I don't want to see that there's a limitation to who can be saved. No matter how impossible it may be, I need to reach out to help. I can't stand to see people all around me die like back then. If the person I am now had been in there 10 years ago, I would have thrown myself into the fire. But then I would have died, and for nothing. That would have happened for sure. Geez, I can't even fantasize in my head. Oh crap, I can't believe it's already 5. A bell in the distance rings, chiming 5 o'clock. Yes, charming. I get up from the bench and hurry to my part-time job. By the time I'm done working, the sun has long since set. It's a little before 8 o'clock. I finished about 10 minutes earlier because I kind of overworked myself. Maybe it's because I stopped by the park before work. That might have motivated me to push myself harder. At the train station, the night is just getting started. There are a bunch of people milling about, and an endless stream of cars on the road. Guess there's no need for me to get something for Fujini. I walk along the path as I gaze up at a lighted building. It's the biggest building in Shinto. I can't see all the way to the top. As I gaze at the building, enjoying the nighttime scenery, I think I see something bizarre. What is that? I stop and try to look at to the very top. I squint, trying to bring what I see into focus, but it's like staring at grains of rice. Yep, we were the ones she spotted down there. It looks like someone I know, but I can't think why this girl would have a reason to be here. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like she's going to do anything up there. It doesn't seem like she's going to do anything up there. But she's just standing there, looking down at the city as the wind ruffles her hair. The wide. She doesn't seem to notice me, but down below. Actually, there's no way she could see me. Even my near perfect vision, enhanced with magecraft, can barely distinguish what's up there. I'm able to tell she's up there because she's isolated, but there's no way she would be able to pick me out of a crowd out on the ground. She's just looking down at the town. It seems like she's going for something. I can almost feel her sharp gaze even at this distance, looking for something. I forget how long it's been, but I continue to look up at the girl standing in the void. She stands at the top of the high tower. She's like a magician looking down at the surface world with the bright moon shining with the bright moon shining bright behind her. That's weird wording. Oh, and then he disappears, apparently done with whatever brought her up there. The rooftop standing empty, and the scenery return. The rooftop stands empty, and the scenery returns back to nothing more than a beautiful night sky. Was that Tosaka up there? I can't be sure, but I'm probably right about who it was at least. There aren't many girls I know who stand out like her, and besides, I'm not so out of it that I'd fail to notice a girl I secretly admire. It's just Tosaka sure has a weird way of spending her time. And like Shinto, there's no sign of people anywhere in Miyama. There's nobody around after 8 at night, and the town is silent and still. The house I saw this morning stands across the intersection. There's no sign of life, and a no trespassing sign hangs over the front door. In just a single day, the house is full and quiet, almost like an abandoned building. The girl and her parents were killed by a burglar. I wonder what life awaits now that now for the single child who survived. I bite my lip, frustrated by my powerlessness. I promised I'd be just like Hiratsugu, but I couldn't do anything, even when something like this happened so close to home. You didn't know. I mean, it's not like something like that would make itself known to the world like say an earthquake. I want to help people, but I don't even know what I can do. I reach the top of the hill where my house sits. The lights are on, so Fujini and Sakura are still inside. I'm home. Oh, it's you. It's just you, Fujini. Fujini turns towards me, munching on a rice cracker. The TV is turned to a lively variety show. I am home early. I had to work until 8, so I get off. I had work until 8, so get off my back about that. So where's Sakura? I see dinner is already prepared. Fujini cheerfully replies. As far as she's concerned, anyone who makes her food is a good person. I see. That's probably a good thing for now. It's been dangerous lately, so maybe I'll take over making dinner until the school term starts. Couldn't you just eat at home? This is Taiga. Fujini tilts her head puzzled. Thanks for the redeems again, Analia. Honestly, I'm not sure if a response like that should make me happy or sad. She's fine. I know it's pointless asking you to make dinner. By the way, what's that you got there? You didn't bring over more junk, did you? Fujini has a tendency to leave a bunch of junk here. She'll bring stuff like bowls from restaurants that are too big to be functional, an unnecessarily heavy earthen pot, or a weird guitar that plays itself. She must think this plate is convenient storage or something. Show it to me. I'm going to toss it if it's trash.
これうちで余ったポスターだけど。
Fujini hands me the poster. It's probably a poster of some no-name singer. Let's see. I knew it. It's a poster for a young man wearing a military uniform, smiling with his thumbs up, all in front of a cheap-looking blue sky background. The caption on the poster in bloody font and "Love's lovely Rangerland." Good God. Come to the self-defense meetup. Hey, this is a recruitment poster for a youth group.
それいらないからあげるね。
I don't want this either. I quickly roll the poster back up and try to whack Fujini on the head with it.
へへん。外れ。
However, Fujini counters mercilessly with another poster she's been holding. Tonk! Her poster sort of bops at me lightly. Ow! Stars! I see stars!
シロの腕で私に当てようなんて甘いわよ。悔しかったらもうちょっと腕を磨きなさいね。
I forgot there was a second poster. That's not the issue here. How the hell does a paper poster make it sound like that? Did she manage some sort of technique only a true poster master can execute?
ごめんごめん。こっちのポスター初回特典版なんで豪華鉄板仕様だった。
Is that something you can even roll?
シロ、頭大丈夫？
I'm suing you for damages. Fujini, you're going to end up killing someone one of these days.
その時はシロがお嫁にもらってくれるから安心かな。
Yeah, not a chance. I'm not marrying a natural born killer.
私そんな物騒なのじゃないと思う。
You would be that unaware of your actions. No, you would be unaware of your actions. Pray that I survive. I'll have to be very careful from now on if I'm going and to have any hope of avoiding being murdered.
ふんだ、言ってなさい。そんなことよりシロ、私お腹減った。今まで待ってたんだから早くご飯の用意しよう。
Fujini gets up. What's up with Fujini? She must really be hungry if she is offering to help, even if it's just help setting the table. Fine, then you take out the plates and bowls. You can at least scoop the rice into bowls, right?
告げるよ。ねえシロ、私丼でいいかな。
That shouldn't be a problem. Sakura's not here today, so we'll definitely have leftovers.
よしよし。それじゃ、シロもお揃いね。
It should now be noted that Taiga's has some popularity in the fake community. Some people have even wanted her to have her own route. Fujini scoops mounds of rice into the large bowls. Whatever, I was going for a second helping anyway, and if I meddle in what Fujini does now, we may really not have any dinner. Besides, this is the kind of chaotic scene dinner at my home. This is just the kind of chaotic scene dinner at my home has been for years. Another day ends. We finish our rowdy dinner, and after I see off Fujini, I take a bath. After that, I head into the shed for my daily training. I complete it as usual, then go to sleep. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Today ends peacefully without an incident. I'm in a fire. Houses crumble and people burn. No matter where I go, all I see is crimson. This is what I saw 10 years ago. It's a long-forgotten memory of the past. I run through the scenery, recreating what happened. I know it's a nightmare, but there's no way to escape. I run and run. I keep running. Every time the scene ends with me as a child running out of energy and getting rescued. I wake up feeling wrong. A hand on my forehead tells me I'm sweating, even though it's winter. Oh, it's late. The clock reads past 6. I hear the soft sound of chopping from the kitchen. Sakura's early again. Not really time to be impressed by what an early riser she is. I need to hurry up and get ready so I can help her with breakfast.